Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at PebblePad and how to add your CPD evidence to PebblePad. Now hopefully you've already been on your module and looked at video 1 and video 2, which show you how to get started with PebblePad, how to take a workbook and save it. Now if you've done this, when you now log into PebblePad, you should go to Assets, not Resources, and you should find that you have your workbook as I do here at the top. If you've got lots of stuff in there, you can use the search to narrow it down. I can see I've got my workbook here. Just a little point to make, if this clipboard's lit up, you can see that it's submitted correctly for assessment. To open the workbook, click on the title and it'll load. And again, you're notified that it's been shared for assessment. Now, I'm not going to go into all the specifics about what's required for your CPD evidence, but there's instructions here in a PDF file, which if you click and open up, you can see you've been provided with lots of detail on what you need to do with regards to the evidence. I'm just going to quickly show you how you do the sort of technical side of it in PebblePad. So what you're looking to do is evidence your sort of experiences and work in order to work towards your accreditation. There's also a second document in here called Learning for Life, which is worth looking at, and this will give you more specific information with regards to how many points you get for various activities. So going back to PebblePad, in your workbook you've got a menu across the top, or you can click on Contents to navigate to each page. And for example, if I go to the work-based page, you can see here I've got this option here, Add entries for work-based learning using this form. I click on that and it opens up in a new page. So just for the purposes of the demo, I'm not going to add full detail. I'm just going to quickly show you how you do this. So example CPD evidence will be my title. You've got the option to pick some dates of when you undertook the activity. You can add an end date if you want, if it went on for a period of time. So I could say perhaps that was a whole weekend. I can give the activity a category. So I can say I was shadowing somebody. Here you've got an evidence statement, so you want to add a bit more detail about what you were doing. And you might want to add some additional evidence using this little rosette below. So here you've got the option to add an asset. So an asset is basically anything you put in PebblePad. So you might choose to perhaps upload some photos or something like that. You can attach files here using either things that you've already got in PebblePad in the list view or uploading something new. And then you can, when you've uploaded something, so I'll show you that quickly. If I add something, just for example, just add anything here. You've then got this option here to state whether this additional asset you've added, a picture or whatever, fully evidences or partially evidences what you're discussing. And you can see how the rosette changes color. But so that's pretty straightforward. And then finally at the end you've got a review sort of explaining how it's benefited your practice. Now the other thing that you need to remember to do is highlighted here. Click on the I button at the top right to add hours and points. Now as I discussed a minute ago, the details on how these points are calculated can be found in your instructions in this PDF and also in the Learning for Life PDF. So what you need to do is you go back to PebblePad, click on the I button, and then a little notification will pop up. You then scroll down in this panel and you can see here you've got this log hours and points. So I might say, okay, I did 2 hours for this activity and that equates to, I don't know, 2 points. And then you press confirm, close this window down, and then finally save this whole form. So press save. And once you've completed this individual piece of evidence, you can shut that window down and then you'll see you're back in your workbook. Now once you've done that, what you need to do is tick this little box here, and this filter will automatically list your evidence. So each time you fill in this form, it'll be added to this list and it'll automatically do this sort of calculation for you. If we go to the summary page, you can see here you can add in your summaries at the end when you've kind of calculated them all. And on each page, you've got the same process. Basically, you've got a form and you've got a filter. So as you complete these forms, just switch that on and they'll appear. as you can see with this one, if I turn it on, I haven't completed any yet, so none appear. But as we can see on the work-based one, you can see it automatically will do a calculation for you that you need to work towards 20 points. If you need any further help with PebblePad, in the DLE there's a help menu at the top. I'll just try and load it up to show you. Help menu at the top, and there's a student materials link. If you go to PebblePad Help and Guidance, in here there's a whole range of videos and information to sort of help you along with PebblePad. But hopefully this video has given you everything you need to get started.